Hello folks, Odin's back 33 and welcome to a late day of Odin's collection. Why do I say late? Because it was supposed to be up earlier in the day, but due to just busy, I uploaded Donkey Kong first. I may have already seen that today. And I uploaded this second because I felt like doing that. And we're playing ATV Offroad Fury 2. If you can't tell, this is post-commentary because when I did my live commentary, I'm still getting used to my new headset, and for an issue I've yet to uncover, it just randomly decides to mute the microphone, and I have no idea how to fix it rather than unplug it and plug it back in. So that kind of blows. So yeah, I was doing I played a little bit of this before actually recording. Well, I was recording, but then I realized there was a bunch of songs I wasn't allowed to use, so I had to. So as you see right now, I'm turning off all these songs because I don't like getting no copyright infringement, and that was kind of the popular thing with a lot of sports games and racing games and whatnot. More of the realistic stuff. They just put in real songs because it was easy to do. I don't know what I'm doing now. Oh, I'm messing with the display. I don't know why. I don't know how good the display is for this game, but I don't know what I was trying to do here. Be stupid, I guess. But yeah, no music. I don't know if I'm gonna even insert music. I don't think I am. You're just gonna hear me talk, I guess. It is actually kind of lame. There's no just default songs. Anyway, we're on track 2 of 5. The first track was lame. Anyway, it was just like a donut, so you didn't miss anything. But yeah, here's my ATV. And I got my racers got all this Thor equipment. Odin 33. You know, Thor is the son of Odin. Yeah, I'm trying to be clever. I'm not really being. And look at that load bar. That's another thing of the last generation. Actually, who am I kidding? There's games nowadays that have stupid load bars as well. But the PS2 was really notable for this. A lot of load times. I hear the PSP has awful load times too. I wonder if they fix that with the Vita. They probably have. But yeah, PSP has some really awful load times I've heard as well. So yeah, for using discs. Regular DVDs. That's the issue. I mean, the GameCube, you didn't have any of that because it was like they were smaller discs. They were like optical discs, or maybe that's their new one. I don't know, but they're like small. As you notice, I'm barely talking about the game at all. This is pretty much like a Odin's collection, but that was originally what the actual video was. Anyway, I was barely even talking about the game. Here's me doing some random stunts. But yeah, like, there's not really a whole lot to talk about this game. Each race is 5 laps, and it doesn't matter the length of the track. It's still 5 laps, regardless of whatever race you're doing, which is really stupid. Because this track here is kind of short, and the first track is really short. It's a donut. It's not long at all. If you're not familiar with racing at all, a donut's just a circle essentially, like an actual donut. But like the next track is ridiculously long, and you're looking at the length of the video right now. Once we get watch like the time when I start the next track, that's how long the race will be, pretty much. Because I pretty much I have the video set to end like after the race. So yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. What was I going on about though? Load times in games? Yeah, that's pretty much what the PS2 is all about. Ridiculous load times. The PS1 was even worse. Well, in some games anyway. But there's just some ridiculous load times in some of these games that, like, I guess this was the time where everyone had to try discs at this point. Like, everyone was discs. Nintendo still had cartridges in the forms of the Game Boy Advance because Game Boy Advance was still active alongside the Nintendo GameCube, so there was cartridges still there. And even now with the Nintendo DS and 3DS, it's not discs, they're like SD cards, basically. Maybe something else. But essentially what they are is SD cards. So, or whatever they actually are. I actually don't know what they, like, the technical term for what they are. But you see, like the PSP, they use discs in their portable system. Like, why did they feel obligated to do that is beyond me. The PSP was they released it like around when the PS2 was out still. I think I might own a game or two that's actually like cross-compatible with them. Anyway, I just won that race. Pretty simple. Actually, that wasn't too simple at all because I barely beat the second place guy, Booth. It's a booth, like a phone booth. Does even anyone watching know what a phone booth is? There's not many of them left. Well, there's a lot left still, but I mean, there's considerably less due to cell phones. Anyway, here's the third track. Yeah, look at the video length. Yeah, that's how long this track is. Well, I mean, after load time, anyway. Look at current profile points, 33. It was meant to be. But yeah, this game's pretty fun. I'm a big fan of racing games. As you've noticed in my Odin's Collection videos, a large portion of the games have been racing games. And I just enjoy them, to be honest. I haven't really played any of the Need for Speed games. That's a series I need to get into. Because I hear those are a lot of fun. I've played them a little bit, but only like renting. I don't own any Need for Speed games. But I definitely remember playing Need for Speed Underground, and that was a fun racer. I just need to get my hands on them, I guess. Maybe play one of the new ones. What's the newest one? Like Hot Pursuit? Or there's a newer one out now, I think. Well, I know they announced at E3. They basically Most Wanted. They're basically doing like a reboot almost. Like it's a new game, but they're calling it Need for Speed Most Wanted. So maybe I should look into that. And they're just fun. I mean, I don't think people play them as much anymore, like the different racing games. And they don't see them like advertised as much as like go on Twitch TV. The first things you're gonna see like the more popular PC games. You're gonna see your League of Legends, your Diablo 3, which I love anyway, so that's no problem. Your StarCraft, pretty much anything Blizzard. And strategy games, you're going to see your first-person shooters like Modern Warfare 3 and Battlefield. And you'll see your fighters, you'll see your Street Fighter 4 and your Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. But you're not going to go on there and see, like I said, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit or something. You're not going to see racing, people competitively racing online. That should be something that needs to be brought back. Brought back as in people would have competed like, oh man, look at that, I got cheaped out there. No, he wiped out too, so I suppose that's good. But I mean, like, we'd race like in our homes, like locally, but no, you don't see any of that stuff broadcast on Twitch. You don't see a whole lot of competitive online racing. At least I guess I'm not looking for it. But I mean, you never see it in like the top channels being watched. I mean, racing games, depending on what you're watching, can be a lot of fun to watch and obviously to play. Mario Kart's fun, really fun to watch because of all the different items and whatnot. The thing is, it's kind of hard to stream Mario Kart 7 being a 3DS game, and Nintendo refuses to give us a way to play DS or 3DS on our TV without having to go to having some third party make some device to allow us to do that. I think someone's working on a 3DS screen capture program right now. Now hopefully, like, there's one for the DS I've looked at, and you have to basically modify, it only works with the original DS too, it doesn't even work with the DS Lite. You have to basically modify your DS to get it to work. A little bit, I don't think it's a lot. But it's kind of ridiculous that you gotta do that, because there was the Game Boy, like Nintendo stretching back to Super Nintendo. You had the Super Game Boy, And I think there was a Super Game Boy 2. I don't know if that's a hoax or not, or if that's fan-made, but I've definitely seen videos of it. And then you got the Game Boy player on the GameCube, which allowed you to play essentially every Game Boy game you owned. You could play from original Game Boy up until Game Boy Advance. And when the DS came out, there's no way. There was some games like Pokemon Battle Revolution that supported you using your Nintendo DS with the game to get your Pokemon on there, but there was nothing to allow you to play your games on the TV, which is a little tad ridiculous. So what I'm getting at here, this kind of, I guess this kind of got off from my rant of, oh, that was a dumb trick I did right there. Look at me fly. Oh man, is that the Wilhelm scream? I think that's what that's called. Anywho, I think it's kind of ridiculous that Nintendo doesn't allow us to play stuff on the TV. I guess they don't want us to record it. Maybe that's it. But they don't seem to have an issue with us recording Wii games or anything like that. And obviously when the Wii U comes out, like, we'll be able to record that too. But anywho, I guess back to my racing rant. Some racing games are more fun to watch than others. Perhaps this one is not so fun to watch because there's barely anything in it. There's stunts. You can do stunts, but they don't really do anything other than get you stunt points, which are kind of pointless because you don't get, I'm pretty sure you don't get speed for doing stunts. You get points. Look at me, I'm doing awful. This is the final lap here, and I'm in last place, so I gotta gun it to try to get first. I kind of find it pretty cool that train's going over top. But back to the Need for Speed games, they're fun because, like, there's the whole, like, escaping the police factor in it. And I don't know how that works online. That would be really cool if they incorporate that into Need for Speed Most Wanted, which they might, where you, like, team up to escape the police. Like, some guy can get away, but the other guy's still getting followed, and you're like, well, whatever, he's screwed. But yeah, we need to see more competitive racing games. Like, well, there's online gaming for it, but we need to see them streamed more often. Because, I don't know, I just like racing games a lot. So, there's my rant. Yeah, look at that guy trying to pass me. I don't think so. Take you out my ATV. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's Odin's collection. It's about to end here. You guys may, if you guys got this game with your PS2, let me know, because that's what I got it with. I got this with my PS2. I got the network one. I also got the original Kingdom Hearts with it as well. I didn't get it with it, I got it as a present. But I remember that the system actually came with this game. You know what, it's a lot of fun. Like I said, I really enjoy racing games. I got 0 stunt score. Yeah. I'm just the worst. Oh, now I got hiccups again. Anyway, I think that's really going to be it for me. I'm probably supposed to be ranting here right now. More online racing games on Twitch TV, please. Spread the word. And let me know your experiences with any racing game. That's it for me. I've been OdinSpac33. I'll see you later. Bye now.